Welcome to Week 10 of the Iowa Conference Series here on YouTube, and we are progressing through the season with some huge matchups, exciting finishes, and we've got a couple of big award winners to get to first. It was an Iowa Conference sweep of the national awards this week, as offensively, Zion Haywood of my Don Bosco Dons gets the Offensive Player of the Week. Incredible performance. 31 carries, 295 yards, and 2 touchdowns, added in 4 catches for 62 yards. He's your Offensive Player of the Week. While Daquan Denard of Cedar Falls wins the Defensive Award, 7 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble in their win over Columbus. And coincidentally, those two will meet up on the field this week. And before we get to this week's action, let's take a look at last week's results. First of all, in non-conference play, Central City got their second win of the year at TCU, 36-31. In the Battle of Waterloo, it was West just getting past East, 14-10. Iowa City West falls at home to Cedar Rapids Prairie, 30-25. They've dropped 4 in a row. Cedar Rapids Kennedy gets a tight win at Williamsburg, 38-35. Iowa City High gets to 500 with a 45-31 victory over Gladbrook Rhinebeck. Cedar Falls gets past Waterloo Columbus at home, 42-14. In the national game of the week, Starmont, in a closer game than the score would indicate, beats Waverly-Shell Rock 34-7. Starmont, if they win out, is guaranteed a spot in the conference title game. And in Gilbertville, Don Bosco gets past Grundy Center, 54-28. Now we've got 3 great matchups scheduled for this week, including a big-time game in Cedar Falls as my Don Bosco Dons take on the Tigers in a matchup where the winner has every shot of getting to the conference title game if things break their way. The loser almost certainly will miss out on that conference title opportunity. Starmont, as well as Waverly-Shell Rock, both in action as well. So 3 big games coming at you. And let's start things over in Cedar Falls as Don Bosco takes on the Tigers. And we've got the national game of the week in Cedar Falls as the 8th-ranked Don Bosco Dons go on the road to take on number 13 Cedar Falls. Don Bosco with the football first, and a big hole here on the outside for Zion Haywood as he's inside the 30, trucks a man, and finally steps out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He's just been so good this season and continues to move his way down the field here. Second of the yard now from the 16. They go back to Haywood. The blocking is fantastic, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown Don Bosco as the Dons strike first here at Tiger Stadium, looking to pull off the win over Cedar Falls. Don Bosco has lost to the Tigers 2 years in a row, now looking to get their first win over Cedar Falls in program history, but the Tigers have something to say about that. Deshaun Wheeler takes off and runs it himself. He's finally dragged down at the 1-yard line. Marcus Kilgo made the tackle from behind, but still a big play there. Sets up 2nd and 1 from the 1, and Ethan Hooks would finish the drive. Touchdown Tigers as Hooks runs in from a yard out, and we are tied at 7. An exciting start to this one here in Cedar Falls as both teams looking for a big-time victory, looking to avoid their second conference loss of the season as a swing pass here to Haywood, who jukes a man. Good gain up to the 47-yard line nearing midfield. Nice quick pass there from Jackson to Haywood. But now 3rd down for the Dons. Jackson, working back in the pocket, sends a dangerous pass over to Major, and it's knocked loose, incomplete. So 4th down and decision time for the Dons. They're going to leave Randy Kelly on the sideline and go for it. Jackson finds Kenyon Wesley, the big tight end, former offensive lineman, converted to tight end, and he makes the grab and converts the 1st down. Now a little trickery here on 2nd down and goal, or 3rd down and goal, that is. It's a pop pass from Jerron Sunday to the 3rd-string running back Anwar Johnson. Not sure about the Heisman pose after your first touchdown of the season, but the Dons will take it. A big play as they go up 14-7 over Cedar Falls. Tigers with the football back now, and here's a big gain to the tight end Jay Kumar. He's had a fantastic season, and he gets it all the way into Don Bosco territory at the 48. But Don Bosco does get the football back, 2 minutes to go in the half. Nice quick pass over to Braylon Seymour, who makes a great juke move, has it up to the 30-yard line, taken down at the 29. The Dons looking to move quickly here. They would settle for a field goal try from Randy Kelly. It is up, and it is good. So that's a big kick. It makes it a 2-possession game, of course, here in Cedar Falls, 17-7 Dons. Tigers trying to get something going here before the half, but a big play there as the ball is loose on the strip sack. Kilgo and Stockton combined for the sack. It was recovered by the Tigers, but they would have to punt. Last play of the half near Dons with one more chance. The deep shot to Michael Hilton. The ball's tipped and picked up by Hilton at the 10. 5 dragged down, they say. He's down at the 1. And that is the half. An incredible play there, but an inch short of a touchdown for Don Bosco. And they still lead by just 10. Cedar Falls with the football first here in the second half. And here goes Deshaun Wheeler once again. Has it up to the 5-yard line before he's taken down by Kylan Waters. A huge gain there for the Tigers up to the 5-yard line. Now here, 3rd and goal from the 2. It's another keeper for Wheeler. Jukes a man and he's into the end zone as the Tigers are back within a single possession. It's just a 3-point game here in Cedar Falls. Don Bosco still leads, but just 17-14. 3rd down here, late 3rd quarter. Jackson gets rid of it again to Haywood, who makes the catch, trucks a man, and is taken down. A big 3rd down conversion there for Don Bosco as they keep this drive alive. Now it's 4th down. They decide to go for it, and Zion Haywood again just making play after play. The Dons have 1st and 10 up to the 32-yard line. Now looking to make something happen through the air. Jackson rolling out, but that's not the receiver he meant to throw it to. Makes a mistake, and it's intercepted. Eric James Jr. with the pick, and he's got a foot race with a huge head start. Jackson the only one with a chance, and he's not going to catch him. It's a pick 6 as Jackson was looking to throw to the tight end, mistakenly threw to the far side of the field, and it's intercepted by the Tigers. And that's a massive play as they take their first lead of the day, 21-14. But Jackson, not scared to go back to the air, has Major open, makes the grab, and it's a 38-yard touchdown bomb as this thing is back in favor of the Dons. And we're going back and forth here in Cedar Falls. The Dons lead 24-21, but the Tigers aren't done yet. There's a nice pass play down the field to Terrence Weeks, makes a juke inside the 5 and dragged down finally at the 2-yard line. Cedar Falls trying to take the lead here with 4 minutes to play in the game. It's a handoff to Ethan Hooks. Makes a man, or pushes his way through a man, I should say, and he's into the end zone as Cedar Falls takes the lead back, and they lead 28-24. 3 minutes to go in the game. Jackson gets outside the pocket, and he's going to take off. Gets to the 40 before he's dragged down at the 36-yard line. The Dons need a touchdown here to win the game. They're down 4. Big run for Haywood, up to the 5-yard line, taking abuse, but he gets up to the 5-yard line. 2nd down and inches now. The Dons looking to throw, gets rid of it with pressure in his face. It's a touchdown. Braylon Seymour with the catch from Taven Jackson as Don Bosco takes the lead with just a minute to go in the football game. Tigers with one more shot here. 2nd down and 10. They need to score on this possession. Throws it up for grabs, and it's intercepted. Danny Powers picks it off. He's going to go out of bounds, and that's your ball game as Don Bosco finally beats Cedar Falls for the first time in 3 seasons. They win 31-28. They are still alive in the race for the conference championship game. Just the one loss in the year. A massive win, a fantastic effort. Props to Cedar Falls for a game well played and a big win for Bosco. Now over to Starmont High School in Arlington, where right away, what a catch. Phenomenal play by Michael Hilton. Elijah Fitzgerald gets it to him as Starmont hosts Solon today. And the Stars up ahead early here, 7-0 and looking to make it 14-0 on 1st and goal from the 6. The pop pass to Jerron Sunday, who is the leading Heisman candidate so far, and that's a touchdown for the Stars. It's Jerron Sunday, number 1, and Don Bosco Zion Haywood, number 2 in the Heisman race so far. Starmont, the number 2 ranked team in the country and still undefeated, leading 14-0. Another pop pass, this one to Keon Amerson, and he's into the end zone. 21-0. Starmont all over Solon so far here in Arlington. It's a big advantage for the Stars, who are having such a dominant season to this point. On 4th and goal from the 1 with less than 30 seconds to go in the half, Sunday goes back to the end zone. They go for it on 4th down, and it's converted into points. A big rush there by Sunday, as it's all Starmont here in this one. 28-0 now. Fitzgerald has a wide-open Michael Hilton. He got completely unguarded down the field, had several steps on his defender, and the Stars are just pouring it on at this point. 35-0 right now, as they are well on their way to going 9-0. Solon does get on the board, but another touchdown here to Sunday, his 3rd touchdown of the day. His 2nd receiving touchdown, also had the rushing touchdown, of course. 42-7 Starmont, as Solon has simply been no match for the Stars here in this one. Fitzgerald has Hilton open, takes a shot to him. A man comes back to guard him, but it's an insane catch by Hilton. He's had quite the day here today. Nearly 300 yards passing for Fitzgerald with 5 touchdowns. What a day the Stars have had. And here comes Jerron Sunday. Look at that speed. Going to be into the end zone, gets the corner there, and it's just an absolute blowout here in Arlington as the Stars are way too much for the Spartans today in this one, as they take a 49-14 lead, and Sunday had one more in them. 56-14 Starmont over Solon. What a day for the Stars as they improve to 9-0 on the season. They're well on their way to a conference championship appearance. here in just a matter of weeks. And finally, we'll finish at Memorial Stadium in Waterloo. Waverly-Shell Rock taking on the East High Trojans, and the Go Hawks strike first. Taylor Hermanson didn't see anything, kept it himself, and he's into the end zone. He does a nice job with his feet. Now the Trojans trying to get something going, but Matthew Dickerson gets in there for the sack, stopping the Trojan offense there as he didn't even let the screen develop, just went and got the quarterback. 2nd down and 8 now. Here comes Brett Dubose, lowers the shoulder and is into that maroon end zone. That's a touchdown. Waverly-Shell Rock up 14-0. Of course, one maroon end zone for West and one orange end zone for East here at Memorial Stadium, as both Waterloo East and West share this stadium. Here's a pop pass to Keon Maddox. He's wasting time and then goes into the end zone for a Waverly-Shell Rock touchdown. Hermanson with the pop pass to Maddox. And the Go Hawks lead 21-7 as there's another touchdown run for Waverly-Shell Rock as they are all over Waterloo East in this one. Really nice performance thus far from the Waverly-Shell Rock Go Hawks as they look to go to 8-1 in the season. Hermanson goes to the end zone. He has Josh Wright McGee. It's another touchdown as the Go Hawks extend their lead over Waterloo East. The Trojans so far today just no match for Waverly-Shell Rock. Trojans just 3-5 on the season, but they're still fighting. They take a shot towards the end zone. It is caught. Waterloo East does get on the board here before the end of regulation once again. They did put up a fight later in this game, but still, Waverly-Shell Rock just had them outmatched. Here's Josh Wright McGee again, all sorts of speed after the pop pass. That's a 37-yard touchdown as he jumps over the goal line for the touchdown. Waverly-Shell Rock with a really nice performance here today. They're having such a great season. They improved to 8-1 in the year with the win, number 19 in the country, and that's likely to go up. And before we finish this one off, let's take one final check on our standings. Believe it or not, just 3 games left in the regular season. Starmont's still perfect. They're 8-0 in the conference, 9-0 in regular season play. Waverly-Shell Rock 7-1 in the conference, 8-1. Of course, their one loss to Starmont. Starmont and Waverly-Shell Rock both have a non-conference game remaining. Don Bosco and Cedar Falls do not, as Don Bosco, after their massive win over Cedar Falls, improved their record on the year, as they, of course, also their one loss to Starmont, same as Waverly-Shell Rock. The Dons are 6-1 in the conference, 8-1 overall, and with the loss to Don Bosco, Cedar Falls falls to 5-2. They're 7-2 overall. So Starmont, Waverly-Shell Rock, Don Bosco, and Cedar Falls 1-4 in the standings. And that is going to do it for this episode of the Iowa Conference Series here on YouTube. Week 10 was a fantastic one and should be the same next week in Week 11. So be sure to come back for that. Until then, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.